Very good morning to all. This is Dr. Anil. I am going to explain about gyrators. This is very important topics in terms of examinations in your JNTUH or whatever it is. This is very important topic. Now we are going to be discuss very important topic that is called gyrators. Right? So what do you mean by the gyrators? So gyrator is nothing but a two-port device. You can see that this is your two-port device, which is based on the Faraday rotations, which is based on the principles of Faraday rotations, right? So what is the Faraday rotations? This particular material is called ferrite rod. So this is your ferrite rod. This ferrite rod is within the waveguide, and this will give you 90-degree phase shift, right? So this is the ferrite rod which can be moved anti-clockwise directions, right, with 90-degree phase. So it will give 90-degree phase shift. Now you can see that here, while coming to the explanations, now come to the explanations of gyrators. So gyrator is having two properties, right? You can listen carefully. Whenever you are transmitting any vertically polarized electric field from port 1 to port 2, it will give 180-degree phase shift. And whenever you are transmitting same electrically polarized wave from port 2 to port 1, it will give 0-degree phase shift. Means in the forward directions there is 180-degree phase shift, and reverse directions there is 0-degree phase shift. So here we can see that this is your entire structures of gyrators. This is the circular waveguide, and this is your rectangular waveguide. This is also rectangular waveguide. Actually, we are having the circular waveguide. Here, what we have done, we have just twist this circular waveguide into the clockwise directions. We have twisted this particular waveguide, circular waveguide, into the clockwise directions. So because of the twisting here, we are getting 90-degree phase shift. So here, because of the twisting, you will get 90-degree phase shift. Because of the ferrite material, you will get 90-degree phase shift. So here you can see that these ferrite materials are tapered from both the ends. This end and this end, it is sharpened one, or you can say it is tapered one. Why? Because we want less attenuations. We don't want complete attenuations. So to avoid the attenuations, this particular rod is tapered at both the ends. Now come to the operations. Here you can see that this is the rectangular one, this is the circular one, this is the circular one, this is the rectangular one. Now you can see that what is the dominant mode for the rectangular waveguide? TE10 is the dominant mode. What do you mean by the TE? TE is the transverse electric mode 10. Let us assume this is the field pattern which is in the waveguide, this is the input transitions where your field patterns are entered. Now when these field patterns are entered, which is TE10 mode, and once it reaches to the twisting portions, it will be get tilted by 90 degrees at clockwise directions. You can see that it is tilted by 90 degree. So here you can see that here it is tilted by 90 degree because of this twist. Then these electric fields are passing, and it is influenced by this ferrite rod. Once it is influenced by the ferrite rod, it is rotating anti-clockwise direction. So again this particular field will be again shifted to down, and it will give 90 degree with respect to this. But if you see here, final at the output port, initially it was in these positions, and after passing this particular ferrite rod at twisted portions, it is having 180 degree phase shift, because now you can see the directions of arrow that is in the down. So means you are getting 180 degree phase shift. So what is the conclusions? Here, whenever you are transmitting vertically polarized wave electric field from port 1 to port 2, there is 180 degree phase shift because of there is simplest two reasons. First is because of twisted pair, and second one is because of your ferrite rod. which is rotating anti-clockwise direction. Now let's do, we have to check, is it we are getting zero phase shift once we are transmitting the electrically polarized wave from port 2 to port 1. So for that, what we can do, let us, we apply the electric field here at this port 2. Now whenever it is going to be toward the your ferrite rods, it will give you anti-clockwise 90-degree phase shift, right? Once it is going to be this electric field is going to be shifted toward the twisted pair. This is clockwise rotation. So here this angle now come to the same position. So here you can see that same electric signal, same electrical signal, it will come here. So it is without phase shift. So here you can see that there is no phase shift from output port to output port 1, because this will give you 90-degree phase shift, but this will give opposite 90-degree phase shift. So here it is cancelled out and we are getting 0-degree phase shift. So this is about the gyrators. Now what we are doing in the gyrators, these gyrators we are applying permanent magnetic field here. So this is the gyrator, this is your gyrators, and we are applying the magnetic force. We are applying how it will be moved. This ferrite will be moved, just like magnetic field and rod you can take. If you place these into the magnetic field, then only it will be moved. So for the moment of this is your ferrite rod, and it will be moved because of north and south pole of the magnetic field. So it will be moved. So that's why we have kept here one north. We have to keep permanent magnetic fields north and south pole here, so that this will move anti-clockwise. And this is nothing but your foam. So this is about the gyrators. Gyrators are very important topics. So hope you guys are understand about the gyrators.